You know what I did do on my own time? Let's go back and recover, but it looks like everything's... Oh, I thought they disappeared. God damn it. I thought actually everything disappeared. Unless... There's rocks everywhere, though. What happens if I continue on? That's kind of nervousing, isn't it? Oh, it's next to Lemuria or something. That would be... Okay, I guess I'll continue on. Because everyone's dead. Ah! Hey. Lemuria! I'm here! Success! Oh, more boat riding though. What is the point of these rocks? Can I even do anything about it? Like, burst? No. Oh, we finally reached here, but what does that mean for... One thing I'm wondering about is there's no real, like, progression of the story for the past little bit. Hey, boats. Guess we'll dock. Oh, okay. Can I rest? Lemurian ship. Yes, I know that much. But can I do something? Like, sleep? Is that a possibility? You know, I've never been able to access this part for a while. I guess because you need to dock. By the way, is this a complicated place to get through? I'll never be able to get that chest now. Oh well. Alright everyone, let's head out. Where the hell am I going? Where the hell am I going? Where am I going? That's a very good question. Where am I going to leave the ship? It's been so long since I was, you know... Here? Oh, there's a thing here, you idiot. Oh, we're in Lemuria now. Looks all ruined. As this part is. I know if I use reveal. Nothing. It doesn't look thriving to me. Hello? I need to move. Oh, look, people! Was that synergy? Are they adepts? Yeah. Who are you? Are you the ones who defeated Poseidon? Yep. That's quite something. Who are you that you could defeat that Leviathan? If you are strong enough to defeat Poseidon, you are too dangerous to enter Lemuria. Oh, really? The king's orders are clear. We cannot grant you entry. King? Who is your king? His Highness, King Hydros, of course. His Majesty has ruled over Lemuria for centuries. King Hydros has decreed that Lemuria must be kept safe from dangerous outsiders. You say that we are dangerous, but do you include me as well? Piers! Piers! Did you join them in battle against Poseidon? Impossible. Everyone knows you possess great courage, but you are still a mere Lemurian. Such comments do us all a great disservice. I battled fiercely alongside my friends. I feel a sneeze coming on, man. Leave our landing to me. You have my word that we shall create no problems during our stay. Will you not permit us to enter? Piers, I know you are a man of your word, but the king's orders must stand. You understand that we cannot simply ignore the king's orders, don't you, Piers? What is King Hydros doing? So you people really take your king seriously, don't you? You people, insolent pup, do not dishonor the king of Lemuria. We are peaceful but quick to anger. Oh, I like that how you describe your people. We are quick to anger. Pup? I must be twice your age. Who are you calling pup? This must be a slow aging race though. Wish to see Lemuria, and yet you know so little of us. I am far older than you. Show respect. Pah, older than me? Inconceivable. Or actually, Cradon, these two are perhaps older than all of you combined. Babby must have spoken of this to you. In Lemuria, time passes quite slowly. Ah, well, I suppose I recall something of that sort of another, maybe. But to imagine for a moment that these two gentlemen are older than I am, it's a bit much. But perhaps I was rude, and I hope you accept my apology. My ignorance misled me. Well, just so long as we're clear on that, you ignorant fool pup. But if your fighting is as skilled as your wordplay, then perhaps you aren't so dangerous to us. I agree. Perhaps His Majesty will provide an exception in their case. King Hydros might be willing to reverse this order if we confer with him, wouldn't he? We shall speak with him at once. King Hydros has been seeking news from beyond the Sea of Time. He will want to see you. Wait here. How long do you think we'll be waiting? Good point. Time means little to most Lemurians. Mere moments to us could seem like a lifetime to outsiders. You seem young to me, and yet you are probably an old man among your people. I would imagine that you have probably done enough waiting in your lifetime. King Hydros instructed us to be kind to the elderly at all times. They seem trustworthy enough. Shall we let them in? I can see no reason not to. We won't get in trouble, will we? Piers will take responsibility. I will be with them. Now please, let me walk the streets of my home once more. I beseech you that we place our trust in each of you. You may enter, but don't do anything rash. Oh, something rash is going to happen. If you cause any trouble, we'll hunt you down and exact swift and terrible vengeance. Do we have your word? Uh-huh. Ooh, finally. What could be waiting for me in Lemuria? I can't wait another moment. Oh, hush. I'll keep a close eye on them. You have nothing to fear. Very well, Piers. We place our faith in you. Then, enter freely and peaceably. You must already be aware of this, but you are not permitted to enter the palace. If the king were to find out about this, we'd be in big trouble. Don't worry, I won't let that happen. Is this Hydros really that so fearsome? Fearsome isn't the right word. King Hydros has lived longer than anyone. He is most wise. While everyone respects him and holds him in great reverence, it would be a mistake to call it fear. I certainly do not fear him. The king, he what? Nothing, right? You will understand once you meet the king yourself. But that does not matter now. Let's go! To Lemuria, the city you've all been longing to see. You know what the strange thing is? It feels like there's a game there should be a game happening concurrently with this one, because what has Isaac been doing? Are we ever going to meet him? I've been wondering a few things, like, is this going to end up on a cliffhanger that, you know, I can't remember the last time we had visitors in Lemuria. Not in a great while, certainly. So if you age slowly only in Lemuria, or Lemuria has no disease, no war. Everyone who saw it would think it a paradise. And yet, all who come to our city seek to leave soon after arriving. I too wish to leave. Probably because it's boring. In Lemuria, we do not grow old. It must seem quite odd to those from the outside world. Drinking from this spring restores vigor and vitality. Want a sip? Oh, nice. Yeah, well, actually. Oh, wow, it even recovers everyone. I don't even have to pay. Oh. Goodness. Don't go too far. Felix, look over here. This place is magnificent. There's a doggy dog. Woof, rough. No, that's sand. I want mind read. Yeah, he's like, that's not sand. Sucks I have to do this to mind read a dog. There's so much treasure buried here that you could dig almost anywhere and find something. So why doesn't anybody dig? Probably because it's against the rules? I don't know. Scoop. I found nothing. What do you mean there's treasure everywhere here? So I could dig just about anywhere. That wasn't a statue, though. You're a liar, you dog. Dogs are usually supposed to give me hints. The palace is remarkable. Truly remarkable. Who goes there? I've not seen you in Lemuria before. Wait a moment. You must be the travelers who arrived with Piers. Is your name Felix, perchance? Piers? You mean Piers, the lost one? Heh. Have I earned a tell in my absence? Well, worry not. Piers is lost no more. I seek counsel with King Hydros. Has His Highness been told of my return? Yes, definitely. Word has sent, but I do not know if it has reached the king. What do you mean? Lord Conservato is meeting with His Highness as we speak. Not Conservato. What's wrong, Piers? You don't look pleased to hear that name. Kraden, what do you think of what you have seen in Lemuria? He loves it, doesn't he? He said nothing but good things so far. It is a magnificent city, or do you mean the castle? Both are magnificent. And you, Felix, you agree? Yeah. Any newcomer to our town would doubtless feel the same as at first. In ages past, Lemuria was a far lovelier, more grand, and more lively city. His Highness the King tells of days gone by, of a more brilliant Lemuria long before my birth. Over the countless years, our people have lost vigor, enthusiasm, creativity. Lemuria has fallen to a slow collapse, a city that has lost its spark. Lemuria, as you see it, is only a shadow of the city of legend. If only I had the chance to see the city in all of its splendor. But how does Conservato figure in? King Hydros believes that our decay is related in some way to alchemy. Alchemy? King Hydros wants to find a way to stop the ruin of Lemuria. If there were anything we could do to help stop it, we would. But the senators are unwilling to take action. They're stubborn, and they fear any change. Damn Senate. Senate? What is a Senate? Senate is the group of elders who determine policy in Lemuria. Lord Conservato holds the highest office in the Senate. The Senate usually opposes any new ideas or proposals introduced before it. Word of our arrival will never reach the king as long as Conservato has his ear. And his conversations with the king are incredibly long. We have no choice but to wait patiently here. Why don't we spend our time looking around Lemuria until then? Yeah, but how long? Are we talking about like 50 years in the time of a normal person? Doesn't seem there's even much you could do here. Life never changes here in Lemuria. It can get rather dull, you find. I ought to feel surprised to see outsiders here, but I can't remember how to be surprised. It's just no emotion at all. Hell, I barely see any buildings I can enter. Little kids. House of the Senate. What's it like in here? Whoa, that's not what I meant to do. Are you the warriors from beyond the sea of time who returned with Piers? Yeah. What can you uncivilized louds hope to bring to Lemuria? Uncivilized? Come what may, I cannot approve of anyone setting alchemy loose on the world. So they're trying to get rid of their own powers. Long ago, the power of alchemy was abused in ways that might bring about the end of the world. Because it was sealed away, the king claims that the world has begun to wither and decay. Has Lemuria fallen into decay? I ask you? Nay. Oops. Only by casting aside alchemy has the world been saved from itself. And now, rumors abound of a group of fools who are actually attempting to restore alchemy. It is only because alchemy was sealed away that the world has enjoyed this lasting peace. I think it's just a coincidence, personally. Who are you? Do you seek to know more about the droughts that provide us with such longevity? Yeah. Once Lemurians bottled special draughts to leave here and travel through Wayward. A man named Babby stole the remainder of our precious draughts and fled to Lemuria. Well, Babby basically didn't help. I was trying to see if there's anything in there. Well, I mean, you could have had that much left anyway, right? We are the only children in Lemuria. I often wish there were other children to play with. Uh-huh. It has been many, many years since the new child was born in Lemuria. Lemurians love children, but they only remain children for such a short time. And none of them are having kids, it looks like. There's a bunch of stones down there that usually reveal something interesting. There's a cat. Meow, Murphle. No one in Lemuria feels any passion for anything. They're lazier than a cat in a sunbeam. Uh-huh. Didn't find anything. Well, this is what we use to reveal. Hey, there's nothing. I'm surprised. It's actually just gravestones. Unless I have to examine each one. Dad nabbit, it's so hard to get onto it because every time I try to go up and talk to it. Hello, grave. What you knowin'? Come to see your flowers blooming. It's nothing. Like, I'm like at it. How about the right side? Actually, there's nothing on the right side. So far, we've... Oh, there's something here. A chicken. Not move. I want to mind read the chicken. If it weren't for the people in the castle, the Lemurians would probably let themselves starve. Alright, so we have a rope to go up there, and we have growth to go down there, but the chicken won't get out of my way. Bagok, gagok, gok. And what shall we find over here? A bull. The Lemurians are so lazy that they make me look like a dynamo, and they live so long. Well, what about you? Nothing? You don't live that long? Cyclone everything. That's the peanut! I found a peanut! That's a hard nut. Well, I know who to give that to. Who has the hard... Who has the collection of nuts? Oh, no one has a hard nut, though. I might have used it up. How's the last place I can check anything? It's looking like this whole part's gonna be basically Lemuria. For the moment. Well, what is in this building, I wonder? Nothing. Until I lash, maybe. Now that's a door that's probably openable. No? Oh, what was the point of this? There's a door up there. That's not actually more of a window, isn't it? Nothing. What is the point of this then? There's no indication that I can... Door doesn't want to open. What if I were to... Burst? No, can't burst it. Oh well, that proved fruitless. Oh, there we go, something. Now that Pierce has returned, maybe he'll share his tales with the outside world with me. I have never been outside of Lemuria. I don't know what the rest of the world is like. If there weren't laws prohibiting us from leaving, I would be gone in an instant. Seems like you and most of the people here are like that. They would rather go explore, but not allowed. Are you the travelers that came here with Pierre's? Yeah. I'm sorry that it's taken me so long to visit, Uncle. Piers, you're alive! Yes, I managed to survive against a great many trials. What a fascinating coincidence. We stumbled across Piers' uncle's house. Too many possessiveness, isn't it? I must thank you all for looking after my nephew. This is Felix and Cradden. They are my friends and have aided me tremendously. If my sister could only hear how timid young Pierre has become a mighty warrior. What's with all the wine bottles? Where is my mother? We've been so busy since we arrived that I haven't had a chance to see her. Looks like there's booze everywhere. What happened in here? Now that I think about it, this place is a mess. What happened? Mother was always so neat. No, she hasn't fallen ill again, has she? There is still illness in Lemuria? My mother was born with a weak heart. Oh, God! I know that sounds like a weird thing to get riled up, except that's such a typical Japanese thing, at least an anime thing, that it's just like, what do you mean a weak heart? That's such a thing. There's heart problems, yes, but a weak heart is like, just, this doesn't even make sense. Piers, I'm sorry. Return comes too late. After the tidal wave washed you to sea, your mother suddenly fell ill. The shock of losing you was too great for her poor heart. Oh my God, I rested it there. She held out hope for your safe return until the very end. Perhaps your mother gave herself up to ensure your survival. Does that not sound like your mother? That doesn't make sense though. Where is she now? She rests in the cemetery now. Check the headstones. You will find her. What should we do, Felix? Should we follow Piers? Yeah. After all we've been through, at least we can do is offer Piers our condolences. Wait! I ask that you leave Piers to his mourning for now. Now he is struggling with the loss of his mother. He needs time. You came to Lemuria to learn more of alchemy, did you not? I suspected as much. Piers was right to bring you here. Piers told me his secret, the mission he was given by His Highness the King. Even had the tidal wave not carried Piers off, he would have left us. Such was his fate. You look confused. Piers told you about this, did he not? No. Curious. I can't understand why he would do that. If Lord Conservato had not led the Senate to oppose him, he would have left sooner. I wonder what news Piers has brought with him. Either way, I do know why he has brought you here. Felix, don't tell me that he hasn't at least told you that much. No. Did Piers tell you nothing before bringing you here to Lemuria? Unfortunately, I know little more than that. While Piers confronts his sorrow over the loss of his mother, you have some time. I shall write you a letter, so that you can see Lunpa. Lunpa, eh? Lunpa has locked himself in his tower and rarely comes out, but if I send him this, he will see you. Wasn't that from that town of Lunpa? All I need is a bird to carry it to him in his tower. There, you should be able to see him now. Oh. Wasn't that the... He's a... What? I'm confused now. Do I presume it's this tower? Are you kids Pierre's traveling companion? The door's broken, I'm afraid. But I opened up a window just above the door. Sorry about this, but you'll have to climb through there. Yeah. I already put the rope. Limpa. Hey, your son's making a mess, isn't he? Or grandson? I don't remember. I guess I was supposed to go down another level to the downstairs. Oh, there's doors. Honestly, I'm amazed that anyone can travel so far across the world in this age. Say, Piers isn't with you. Why not? His mother passed away. He's gone to visit her grave. Of course, his mother. He loved her dearly. A terrible loss. It must be hard on him. Well, Piers may not be here, but we still have much to discuss. If Piers brought you, you must be working to break the seal of on alchemy, right? Assuming yes. Piers has done quite well in finding you. What mission could the good King Hydros have assigned to Piers? What? Piers has told you nothing of his mission? Really? So you actually have nothing at all to do with alchemy? Our parents were kidnapped by the Fire Clan so far to the north. We are only firing the lighthouse beacons to gain their freedom. King Hydros told me that Venus and Mercury have been ignited once again. Was that your doing? I'm afraid I know nothing of the Northern Fire Clan. But that doesn't explain you, sir. You're clearly not related to these two. What are your goals? Cran joined us on this quest on behalf of Lord Babby of Tolby. Babby? I only know of one man named Babby, but it couldn't. Master Loompa, the Babby we speak of is the same man you knew long ago. Ah, so he's still out there, living in the outside world? Well, that might not be the most accurate way of putting it. Most accurate? My, you certainly have an odd way with turning a phrase. He was living, yes, until recently, that is. So Babby passed away, but only recently, you say? When he finally ran out of his mystic draughts, his spirit began to wane. Then I no longer know anyone in the world outside. But aren't you Loompa, the righteous thief? I was called that once, long ago. Long ago. Why do you ask? I'll bet there's at least one person in the outside world whom you still know. Who would that be? There's a town called Loompa in northern Angara. A man named Dompa lives there. I settled that village, and Dompa, he is my son. Now your grandson, Dodonpa, rules over your village. Rules? Rules is an ill-sounding word. But it's an accurate one, Loompa. Dodonpa is an evil thief who has caused much trouble in Angara. What has become of my son? How could he permit such a thing to happen? Master Loompa, don't you have any idea how old Dompa is? He is as I am, an old man. He may be older even than I. If this news outrages you, why don't you go and set Dodonpa straight? If only I could. Is this the only reason we're here? To bring news of the outside world? I guess so. You are kind, Felix, but there are much more important matters at hand. But before we begin, there is one thing I must say. You don't mind, do you, Felix? I don't mind. Yes? Wait, yes, I mind, or no, I... Clearly your judgment on this matter is fog, Felix. I must speak. See, that was confusing. I've discussed this with none but Felix, but I have my own reason for this quest. What do you mean? It's alchemy. Only that I have my own reasons for wanting to see the beacons lit again. Why are you telling us all of this now? Because I feel this quest is deeply linked to Lemuria. I thought it odd that Lord Babby should order me to research alchemy. Hey, wait a minute. Is this what you promised to tell us once we reach Lemuria? Yes, yes. May I continue? Long ago, before alchemy's power was sealed, there were many civilizations as advanced and cultivated as Lemuria. At the moment that alchemy was sealed away, most of those civilizations began to wane. Until eventually they vanished. I have formed certain theories now, suggesting that this may be related to the seal on alchemy. Let me get this straight. You felt you couldn't tell us this until we were in Lemuria? And you only wanted to come to Lemuria to test your theories to see if they were true? But even if everything you said is true, what does it all mean? If your theories are correct, the world itself will wane and vanish, won't it, Kraden? Pierre's never spoke of this to you, did he? If you came to this theory on your own, you are indeed a wise scholar. We would do well to trust you. What do you mean? King Hydros and I, as well as others in Lemuria, hold the same beliefs that you do, Kraden. You do? Civilizations thrive by building upon the knowledge of the past. Knowledge gained in one generation should be taken even further by the next. Thus, knowledge and learning continue to grow. This is the natural course of civilization. But where is the world today? The great civilizations of old have all withered and vanished. We are all isolated and alone. You have encountered many cultures in your travels. Are any of them capable of building the great sanctums and lighthouses you have seen? No, they are not. But this is not the only sign of the decay you have theorized. I think it best that you hear the rest directly from His Majesty, King Hydros. Yes, Kraden. We shall go to visit the king. Ah, but King Hydros is in the council with Lord Conservato. We might not be allowed in. Conservato? That fool. He refuses to acknowledge what he can see with his own eyes. I will meet with the king and press our evidence upon Conservato. Come with me. Its door's broken. Gah, stupid door! He's got the will. Ah! Puh, at last, you are open. To the King's chambers. Lumba ought to be as old as Lord Babby was, but he has so much energy. He's got a fire in him. I do wish I could have heard more about Lord Babby, though. Come on, but come, Felix. To the King's palace we go. Alright, so it seems the world's gonna be in decay, and it's all Lemuria's fault, technically. I'm supposed to still leave Pierre's for the moment. Guys, I'm allowed to enter, didn't you hear? His Highness the King has instructed that we let you pass. You are welcome here. King Hydros awaits you. You are free to enter. If you seek the counsel of His Highness, the King, follow this passage to the doors at the end. Is there another passage? Well, I guess so. There always is. There's usually a lot of places to look at. We're going to see Lemuria get destroyed in this part, or in this game. King Hydros is the wisest of all the Lemurian kings, but I understand why Conservato and Senate oppose the king's plans. Do you? Switch to bookcase. History of Lemuria. Next up, only traces of the once brilliant land of Lemuria remain today. And elemental lighthouses. The beacons of the 4 elemental lighthouses brighten the fringes of Weird. The great Lemurian people. The chosen master of water will be a native son of Lemuria. Well, that would be Pierre's. Alchemy and Ancient Civilization Part 2. Those who master alchemy shall master the world. This must be Part 1, yep. Through the use of alchemy, civilization undergoes great growth and improvement. Very short excerpts. It's like barely a sentence. This looks like an inn, but there's no one here, so might as well just ignore it. See, look, when I'm actually reading story, time passes pretty fast for this game. He's still in chambers with Lord Conservato. Why is he granting them entrance? Jesus Christ, these goddamn non-Lemurians. Ah, look at this. Senate holds King Hydros in poor regard because he favors Lumpa's wisdom over their own. Because Lumpa's not a native Lemurian, right? Sounds like he came here at one point on his own. That's it over here? Whatever. You are Lord Felix, correct? That was easy. Is that King Hydros? It would seem the words of which you spoke have arrived. Conservato's over there, huh? So it, Your Highness. I shall call them to us immediately. Hey, Pierre's already made it. There's no need, Lumpa. Let us go to them. Hydros, would you see me dishonored thus? They ought to present themselves to us. I do not go to present myself to them, Conservato. I am merely going to where they are. I have something that I wish to show everyone. Regardless of your reason, sire, I will not go to them. Do as you will, Conservato. Such a weird name. However, we shall go. I heard of your arrival. It is quite remarkable that you were able to reach Lemuria. Welcome. Allow me to introduce my companions. This is Sheba, Jenna, Felix, and Kraden. Kraden is the one who told me of the outside world civilizations and their condition. Ah, Kraden. Lumpa describes you as a remarkable scholar. Your research impressed us. Thank you, Your Highness. Your theories are correct. Our world is now on a path of destruction. And who has decided this? You, Hydros? Some civilizations have vanished, surely, but that is the way of the outside world. Look around you. Lemuria remains unchanged. Don't delude yourself. Lemuria has been in slow decline for ages now, but that can wait. My most trusted scholars have reached this conclusion after extensive research. I sent Pierce to confirm this for me. So you admit it, Hydros. You violated the directive of the Senate. You used the tidal wave as your chance to send Pierce away, despite our commands. You are incorrect. The tidal wave carried me away by chance alone. Conservato, you must know that the tidal wave was caused by Poseidon's return. Only a fool would have chosen to send a man to see if he knew that this would have happened. What was it that you intended to have Pierce confirm? Ooh, you get a show? Kind of. This map shows the ancient world when Lemuria still traded with people on the many continents. It was a great age, a time wherein the world shined brightly. And this is the map Lumpa had with him when he arrived in Lemuria 150 years ago. I used this map to sail around the world. It is quite accurate. Incredible! You understand, Kraden? What do you understand? Well, unless my eyes deceive me, the continents have shrunk since the Golden Age. That's insane. It is not insane. It is true. Perhaps this will make the point more clearly. Look at these two maps side by side. That's a terrible way of doing it. There's no mistaking it. Continents on Lumpa's map are clearly smaller. I mean, I can't tell what's what, though, because, like, which one's water, which one's... Lies! Nothing but lies. What do you hope to gain from foisting these lies upon our people? You know well that I hope to gain nothing more than the truth, Conservato. And who do you expect will believe such nonsense? If you do not believe the evidence before your eyes, what do you believe? Do you believe the Lemurian map to be accurate to this day? Tell me, Piers, you were able to investigate this matter, were you not? Thanks to Felix and my companions, I was able to travel much of the eastern sea. And what did you find? I found, in truth, that Lumpa's map is the more accurate of the two. However, the world seems even smaller now than it appears on Lumpa's map. What are you saying? Time itself has stopped. Think of Weyard as a living, breathing being, possessing its own life force. The four elements are the nourishment needed to sustain this being. Kraden, this is exactly what King Hydros himself has said to me. Ever since alchemy was sealed away, the world has been cut off from its nourishment. It has gone into a state akin to hibernation. By using less energy, Weyard prolongs its life. Yet when hibernating, the being has only stopped its own clock, not the flow of time around it. When a bear sleeps through the winter, it needs only wait for spring to come. When it awakens, it can nourish its weakened body again. But if spring never comes, the bear will eventually die. Weyard is wasting away, its continent shrinking because its spring has never come. Hydros, how can you make such outrageous claims? The world is not alive. Tell me, Conservato, why do you think Poseidon has returned? Do you have the answer, Hydros? The elemental lighthouses. Felix and his companions have lit the beacons on both Mercury and Venus Lighthouse. What? Have you any idea what will happen if you set that evil loose upon the world again? Yes. You know that it could bring about the destruction of the world, and yet you did it anyway? My lord, you cannot possibly intend for these people to light the remaining beacons? I do indeed, Conservato, and I also fear the possibility that alchemy will destroy the world. But I cannot stand by, knowing as I do that the world will wither and die if we do not act. This is madness, Hydros. Does the threat of alchemy mean so little to you? Would you put the world in even greater danger to satisfy your theories? With only 2 of the beacons lit, I assume you intend to send Piers out again? And I will go, Lord Conservato. Felix has need of my power. Then go, Piers. If you do, say farewell, for you will never be able to return. You will be banished from Lemuria forever. You know our laws. Are you prepared for the outcome? I myself am disgusted by the whole matter. I take my leave of you, Hydros. Scat! But I warn you, I will not permit you to go through with this madness. Soldier's like, eh. What will you do, Your Highness? I knew this outcome was inevitable. But I could not sit silent while our world drifted down the path of its destruction. I want you to light the remaining beacons before you return. That's what we intend to do, but we cannot leave the Eastern Sea. I have already heard of this problem from Piers. I bet it's the power. This is something I found by accident in some ruins back in my days as a thief. I am not sure what it is, but it seems to contain some powerful synergy. Seems to? You're not certain? It is a synergy that we Lemurians are unable to use. I understand you travel with many different kinds of adepts, do you not, Felix? If we include Piers in our numbers, we have one adept for each of the 4 elements. Then at least one of you should be able to use the synergy that this contains. King Hydros believes the item can only be used by one who wields synergy of the earth. That would be Felix. If I am not mistaken, it is a powerful synergy called Grind. If you master this synergy, the reefs that block your way shall pose no trouble anymore. With Grind, you should be able to create a path by which you can sail into the Western Sea. Go, brave adepts. By your hands, may the remaining lighthouses burn bright once more. That synergy is quite powerful. It can only be trusted to a very few people. That His Highness has given it to you should illustrate how great his expectations are. I have no doubt that your journey will be fraught with ever-increasing danger, but we are counting on you, Felix. I gotta get Pierre to the party before I open it up. Okay, let's check the chest. Grindstone. And I guess I have to have it in my arsenal. And I'm getting too much stuff, man. I'm gonna have to get rid of things. Equip. We must sail to the Western Sea. Do not worry about Lemuria. Ignite the elemental beacons. Conservato lacks the conviction to discuss these matters with the people of Lemuria. Don't listen to Conservato. We cannot let the world wither and die. Go, brave adepts. By your hands, may the remaining lighthouses burn bright once more. What is this gonna be? Like one of those things where now it turns out there's a 3rd game that was cancelled, so we never get the full story? Or do we have a whole game ahead of us still? Because it's been a long time. How long? Playtime air was 18. So it's been almost 20 hours by now. Are we gonna meet Felix and crew? I don't know. Nothing over there. And nothing over there. Alright, it's fine. It's too much to explore sometimes. So do we take our leave? Is he gonna try and destroy our boat and keep us here forever? Or do we try and go to the Senate now? Outsiders! Stay out! Door's locked. Sounds as if there's a ruckus caucus going on inside. Rabble, 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 rabble! That's pretty much what's going on. Guess I'll recover everything for free while I can. Alright. Let us take our leave of Lemuria. Technically, we should be able to get in easier now. It's a bit itchy. Alright, a sneeze never came that I said it was going to maybe do. Well, Kraden. Felix, are we setting off now? Yep. Then to sea we go. Piers. Yes, Sheba? What is it? There's something I've been meaning to ask you. Something I have to ask you. Ask me, Sheba. You and I look roughly the same age, but how old are you, really? Is that your question, Sheba? It's not important. It is to me. If you are much older than us, then I'm afraid we've not shown you the proper respect. She's got a point. Don't worry about such things. Please, treat me as you've had all along. No, that won't do. You have to tell us. What? Come on. This is silly. No, Pierce, tell me. You're afraid you haven't shown me the proper respect, and yet you make the demands of me. Come on, Pierce. You can tell us. How old are you really? This has nothing to do with the respect. You just want to know how old I am, don't you? Hee hee. Hee hee. Ho ho ho. I knew it. Come on, Felix. Can't you get them off my back? He's a mute now. You're in this too, aren't you, Felix? I've had it with your conspiracies. I will not tell you. Everyone's so concerned about age. Can I grind this crap now? I guess not. What can I grind? Oh yeah, nothing. Fish just passed by apparently. Oh, I guess these things. I have to grind these things then, right? I bet that's what it has to be. I bet this is this stuff that I have to grind, right? It's this stuff. Watch. Aha. Helpful. Helpful indeed. Which might mean that this is my shortcut out of here. Grind it. Oops. Grind it to hell. Aha! Freaking rock. Man, I've had all these guys away from me. But where do I go to grind now? Because if I can't do it on the map, it means I have to find a place I can enter. Alright, now I don't care if I leave. Just get me out of here. Okay, now we have a problem. I have to get to the Western Sea, which means I have to find a place where I can actually grind. I mean, the Western Sea. This place all over here. The only thing I can do now is just kind of go around and hope I find something. Yeah, I've been doing good with the gins. I haven't had much time to do a, to look. I would have to look them up and hope I find them, you know? Just run away. But that's just it. Now I need, I mean, there's basically... The only place I can think of is around there. I can't do it on the map, it seems. It has to be very specific looking rocks that I have to get while inside an area. I haven't encountered anything like that yet. I've been blocked off, don't get me wrong. I can only think of this area might be helpful. It might mislead me. Yeah, I should be able to run away. Yeah, like I said, it's one thing so far I haven't encountered. I guess I never tried it hard enough because I'm like, well, I can't go continue. Like, see here, for example, I would be able, if I could grind, but it doesn't work like that. I have to find an area. I have all these here. Well, no. To go down in cliffs? I don't think that would work personally. I can't over here. And up here, I mean... No, I'm blocked off here anyway, aren't I? Or... I mean, it's actually... Again, it's like I actually have to look around now again and find out where I can go. So complicated. So complicated. And now I gotta do these battles too? I should be able to run for them. The enemies have not changed at all here. There is a place up here, like that island up there. Oh my god, it's gonna take so long to get to. I wish there was a way to sail faster. That island up there definitely has something that I can use to get to it for sure. Just a matter of, you know, getting up to it, which takes forever. Oh my god, I'm not even close. Like, not even close to it. Let's get pose a challenge now. Dear God. Not even close. All this sailing I have to do, and I'm nearing the end of the part, so if I can at least get up to that island and see, I might end it soon. The battles. I don't have magic that helps me either. I thought I did it. I might have at one point, but I got rid of it because of all my gins. I swear I had it at one point. Or was it the other game I may have had that magic? I would have to get it again. So in theory, I should be able to get to this island, for example. Theory. Whoa, we're caught a surprise? Really? Why? That's weird. Raiden's Wrath. Raiden. Raiden. I need to tell you the truth, Raiden. See, now in theory, there's gotta be a place I can enter to actually get to it. Don't they be stronger? They just surprise me for no reason. Oh, wait, I can get in there. Wait, I didn't know I could get in here even. I can't. I can. I can't. I can. I can. I can. I can't. What am I doing here? No escape. What do you mean no escape? What do you mean no escape? Nimbly dodge. Not even that much stronger. How can I not escape? I should be able to land on here then. I didn't notice. No, I can't. I can't land. Oh my god. I just set it down for a little bit. Oh my god, these things stretch far. No, I'm confused. I am confused. It's a maze, isn't it? It's not like I was even barred from entering here. I thought I was. So what's over here? Oh, hello. Are these new? Ever seen these dudes before? Try Shine Plasma. They're kind of heavy damaging. Really? That didn't work? Oh god! Alright, what's in here? Treasure Isle. Oh, really? Treasure Island? Enter the door. There's no treasures in here. Oh my god. Earth Golem. Cannibal Ghoul? Yeah. This is not gonna look good here. Oh boy. Wow. Covered a bit of HP. There we go. Is there any point of being in here even? Everything looks empty. Why are those already moved? Is it because someone already stole from here? Oh look, I got coins. Goddamn lucky metal, god damn it, son of a goddamn lucky metal. I guess I'm gonna end up at Tolby again. Not Tolby, whatever it's called. Yeah, it was Tolby, I think. Look at all the chests here. Why are they all empty? I had that problem that other place too. That looks like a switch. Yeah, sure. What the hell? Stone Soldier. Well, that's a weird thing, ain't it? Dead, though. So it don't matter no more. Bloop, bloop. Well. I presume I can grind it. Yeah, that's what you do. You grind it. Do I really feel like doing this right now, though? I could have only done it here anyway. I hit that button somehow. I've done too many of these dungeon things. I'm sick. I'd rather progress the story now. You know what I mean? That's the main reason why I'm just kind of getting sick of dungeons, because it's all I've been encountering. I got another conundrum here. I need to somehow move that. And hit that button while also trying to get to there. While also trying to move that. It don't make sense almost. Mad Blast. Oh! I don't think Mad Blast worked. Heartbreak! Didn't seem to do much. Here's level up. You gain an axe. Okay, who uses axes? It's awful. I'm gonna drop it. Don't even want to sell it. No, I don't do this another time. I'll do this another time. I'd rather go progress the story. Granted, there isn't. No, okay, forget it. I'd rather progress the story personally. Of course, it is also getting to the point where I have to. Let's get out of this place at least. Unfortunately, I can't get into my menu here to recover at this point. See, I'm blocked off every which way I look. Not like I can just enter here. Gotta kill the merman. I mean, he's not that strong. I should have just escaped. Maybe there's a way to get around these and then enter a place if, like, I search, but I always say I need a thingy to get through, actually. So far, nothing. So far, nothing. All I know is that it's necessary to use grind, but I can't use it on the ocean. I need to be in, like, an area. So it has to be something I can enter. Oh, really? I can, like... That's weird. It's almost like the placement was kind of random. I'm looking through everything. I can't find a place to go through. Now I'm at the end. So this looks like a big no. This, I have a feeling, won't take me anywhere. The only place left is down here, and with this big hole, it looks like it could be a place, maybe. That's a big maybe. I don't even know if that's true. We're pretty much going to have to find out next part because I'm running out of time. See you then. So long.